welcome to the 134th episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May. Welcome, returning viewers. And for those of you watching us for the first time, we're so glad you could be here. Now, this is the second part of our Central Ontario road trip, and we're pretty excited. We visited a store up in Bracebridge, and it was called Muskoka Yarn Connection. Awesome little store. Can't wait to talk to you about all that and talk about our road trip. But before we begin to talk about that, Colleen will talk about what we're wearing.
Okay, so what we're wearing, the things that we're wearing are the things that were on the blocking mats last time. So I wanted you to see them. So May, first of all, is wearing the Quentis scarf, and that's by Laura Nelkin. So it has a little bit of beads on it. Doesn't have to have beads on it, but this one does. And the yarn itself is called Erica Knight Born in Britain Studio Linen.
Now, did you pick this color, or did it come with a kit?
It came with a kit, and it looks great on you. And I kind of tied it like a little ascot.
Right. Yeah.
And nice. It just suits you. It's just a little bit of bling.
Now, it's light because the weather out right now, we're under a weather watch.
It's a heat
dome. A heat dome, yes. It's in the States and it's in part of Canada.
Yep.
And it's like 24 degrees right now, but it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's right.
And it should get up to about 31 today. And feels like 40.
Yes.
So although we're in all winter, now we're in all summer because it's too hot to go. Unless you're at the beach, of course,
That's
which would
true.
be lovely. But
That's true.
Sorry to interrupt there, but
no problem.
It is lovely and it's light for this kind of weather. And
right.
We're in the basement,
Yep.
which is very cool.
Yeah.
And so it's okay. And the beads are lovely and it's got a little bit of weight on it.
Right. I think so. It'll hold its place.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
But
that's
it's
great.
really nice. So.
Oh, good. Well, it looks great on you.
You did a great job with that, and like I say,
you.
it comes in a kit, so you didn't pick this color,
Yep.
but
and
it wouldn't be a
right
color that
now,
you would pick.
I know that Laura Nelkin has a whole, I think there's 8 different colors now on her Etsy site.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different colors.
But you still don't get to pick? Or
No, you get to pick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So if you check out Etsy, you'll see that. Now, what I'm wearing, which, as May said, it's really warm outside, but we're in the basement, so it's good. This is the large, and that's by Melissa Mahey. And the yarn that I use is Ba Yarns, and it's La Jolla. And this color is the blue winged teal. And I am a fan because it's not like a leprechaun green, but it's a
really
green.
nice green, isn't it?
I'm really happy with it. So, and to be honest with you, it blocked beautifully. I think I mentioned last time I went from about 37 inches to about 56 inches. And so all this lace that you can see opened up nicely. It was a nice, easy block. And that's a free pattern. So if you're wanting to try some lace, this lace is kind of nice to work with. So that is what we're wearing. And next we're going to talk about finished objects. My first finished object is a pair of socks. And it is the Katie Lou sock pattern by Katie Lou Green. And this is the one that I started knitting socks with. I love it. Now, the yarn that I used is Lang Yarns Gemstone Super Socks Color 4-ply. Beautiful color. So here we go. I'll let May hold them up.
Love the color.
So these are some of those birthday socks, and the birthday isn't for a while, so it's all good. And I just want you to know you need to be proud of me because this is what I had it in. So this is not something that I sewed. This project bag actually was like a makeup case, but I just liked the little llamas on there. It was cute. So that was, and it's fun. It's fun to have it in a project bag, I must admit. Usually it's a plastic bag, but there we go. And this knit up really nicely. And I didn't match, they don't look exactly the same. I don't know if you noticed that much. But the pattern of the sock yarn was so big that I knew I wouldn't have enough left. I will show you. That is what I had left.
Oh my gosh.
So I knew that if I tried to wind some off, I wouldn't, just to match it up, I wouldn't have enough.
But you know what? Unless your feet are right together, you're not going to notice that they're
Exactly.
just a tad.
And if anybody that you knit socks for says they don't match, don't knit socks for them. That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
So-
These are great. I love the color. Love it.
I do too. So that's that. Now, because they're birthday socks and because the birthday's close to Christmas, what I did was I knit one of the 12 Days of Baubles Part 1. This is by Stacey Lewis. These are lovely to do. It's just a plastic insert. And you kind of knit it around. And there it is. So that's the leftover sock yarn after the bauble as well.
So this will be a nice little gift.
Exactly. So it matches nicely.
So when the socks wear out, you've always got a reminder that you knit some socks. That's great.
Right.
Good little idea.
There
I
we
like
go.
that. That's cute.
Yep. And
You
they
could
can,
probably sell that as a set at Christmas, but I don't think you could really sell that.
you know,
and make
socks
money,
just, socks are
Unless
for
you
people.
had a machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No machine. Yeah,
That's
very
cool.
good. So, speaking of baubles, I made another one, and that's for May's son Scott, and he already has his birthday socks for next year because he was cheering for the Leafs. And so this is Polka Dot Creek sock yarn, and this is Toronto Maple Leafs is what it's called. And so there it is.
And Scott already has his Toronto Maple Leaf socks.
So when it's Christmas time, he will get that.
That's cool.
Exactly. So that's that.
I'll let you put those over there in case I
Okay.
squish those balls.
Well, that could be a problem. Okay, so that's that. Just keep moving along, moving along. Okay, so my next finished objects are two of the basic pom-pom beanie by Destiny Meyer. And I used, this one is the Bernat Softy Chunky. And to be honest with you, I think this is better for the double pom-poms. So I made a pink one and made a blue one. It's got the little tags on.
Now it looks like you're making a lot of these, which you are because
Yeah.
we sell a lot of these, so it's
Yes.
cool.
And the other thing is, my mom said so-and-so, where she lives at her retirement home, one of the workers had twins, and
Your mom wants to
boy
buy.
and a girl, and so, but she doesn't want it right now because she wants it to be closer to Christmas. when
Oh,
the time
nice.
comes. Yeah.
So these are for those
Yeah,
twins.
exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. So, and why don't we do this? See that little thing? That reminds me what the back is. We do not want to donate it, give it when it's got that on. So that's now off. I feel better. Okay, so that's that. Two of those done, which is lovely. And then my last finished objects are another pair of socks.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
These are the cashmere socks?
These are the cashmere socks.
Wow,
so
they
this
feel like it.
yarn is Riverside Studio, and it's called Superwash Merino Cashmere Silk Sock. It is beautiful yarn, I have to tell you. If you get a chance to get your hands on that, it is
I love
beautiful.
the texture of these socks.
And these are the Scrappy Quilt Socks, and that's by KF Jones of the Bakery Bears. So the pattern has, it's a paid-for pattern, but it has 3 different ways. So one is if you have 10-gram minis, one is if you have 20-gram minis, and then the other one is what I did, which was just use a single, like a single sock yarn.
Love
But
it. These
it's
will be great for the
beautiful.
winter.
I know.
Nice.
Jeans.
Yeah, yeah.
It's good. I am
Happy,
loving those. Happy, which is good. So those are my finished objects. And May, how about you, finished objects?
I do have some finished objects because I did some woodworking, as you know, from my
Right.
previous podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to get the woodworking over with, not over with, I shouldn't say that,
Right.
but like because of dust. And then so when I'm beginning to paint, I don't
Right.
want all that dust around. So I got my finished, I don't know if you've been seeing this from before, and it's the hooks, and I think this would be great. Somebody has a pool or beach house or a bathroom, and they can hang their beach towels and that.
Oh,
up
that's
there.
perfect.
And I put on
I
some
really, really like
hardware that's going to be strong,
Right.
so that you can hang up some heavy duty towels.
Oh,
if need
that's
be.
fantastic. I
Yeah.
really like that. So, well, I think that'll sell for sure.
Yes, so that'll be for. I made 3 of them,
Right.
so I'll see how they go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and also I made this, which turned out really cute. I like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a piece of pine, cut out the dog with the scroll saw, put on some hooks.
Yeah.
I like this little shelf because then you could put on the poop bag kind
Yes,
of things or
exactly.
keys, whatever it is. And then on the back, I put on some heavy duty hardware.
That's
so if you-
fantastic.
There.
Holds
So
the weight of it.
that's finished. So I got a little bit of painting that
She
was
has
stained.
been busy.
Painting, yes, because it's been so hot to go in the garage.
That's right.
You know, so it was a perfect idea. And also, we talked about my son liking Toronto Maple Leafs. We're in the Playhouse right now. Go Edmonton, go! I can't believe it. It's a Canadian team. It's really not our team. Toronto's
Right.
our team.
Right.
Toronto's my son's team.
Yeah.
That we root for.
Right.
But Edmonton is Canadian, but so.
Yeah.
We're rooting for them. Anyway, my son inspired me because I'm trying to think something Toronto Maple Leaf without copying their logo,
Copyright, yeah, that's
copyright and that type of
That's
thing.
right.
So I thought maybe I could just do the Leafs colors. So I did this on the paddle.
Very nice.
That's kind of cool. It's not the Toronto Maple Leaf,
Right.
But it's a Toronto maple leaf kind of colors, and it kind of goes with that little Christmas ball that we did. Yeah.
Very
And
good.
so then I thought, well, the blue leaf looks good. We live in Canada. I might as well do the
It's
Canada leaf.
beautiful. These are really nice. You did a great job with the painting and obviously with the woodworking, but the painting is great.
Yes.
It's
Now
really,
I've
really
made several different. I painted several different ones, and I'll
Right.
put a picture up there of that. So different designs, and I've been having fun. I don't measure anything. I just do it by eye, which is probably not the best.
She's got a good eye, so it's okay.
To get things in the center. I
Right,
may be
right.
off center a little bit a couple of times,
No, I don't
but
think so.
I can't measure. It just annoys me because it never ends up being what I think it is. You know,
Oh,
I
okay.
measure and then it looks
Right.
off to me.
Yeah.
It looks off.
Yeah, and I know sometimes because sometimes like a tape measure or a ruler or whatever you're dealing with, you know, whether it's 16ths or 1/8 of an inch, those kind of things, and you'll say to me, how many tick marks?
Yeah. And also, if you get a ruler, there's a little bit of an end, and then it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think, did I measure from the actual end of the ruler,
Yeah.
or did I measure from the mark?
Yeah.
And so then I have to go back and redo it, and then I can never remember which one. And then I think, oh, I must have measured
Yeah.
from the mark and not
Yeah.
the end of the. It's a thing.
You
It's
know
a
what?
thing.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm just giggling because I was doing some tidying and found a ruler that I have that's got a bit of a magnifier on it. It's got a needle gauge on it, and it's the ruler. And I was making something, and I thought, okay, I can use this ruler. How many rows do I need to do? I said, oh, a couple more rows. And then I realized, like you did, I went, oh my gosh, the end of the ruler is not where they start measuring. And I have one that starts there, but this one wasn't.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, so I have to take out some.
So you feel my pain.
I do feel your pain.
Like I
I'm with
thought,
you.
I thought this. I didn't measure a thing, and I just
Right.
went by eye.
It's brilliant.
You know,
It's brilliant.
So,
Absolutely
if you're looking
fantastic.
that closely, I mean, I'm sure if you look closely enough,
No.
it's not exactly,
Yeah, it's
but that's just
beautiful.
by eye. So
They're
yeah.
absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, so I'm glad I've got getting some finished things up, ready to sell, and
Right.
yeah, so that's it, Colleen.
There we go. So next we're going to talk about works in progress. My first work in progress actually has a kind of a finished object, but it's a set. So we have a few people in our lives that are either there's grandbabies coming or there's babies coming, and we don't know boy or girl, so we need to cover up the bases. And so I thought, well, I'll just make a wee set. So I decided I'd do a hat and some socks for the first one. Now the hat that I use is by Heather Turcotte. It's called the Basic Baby Hat. And I've done this pattern before, and it is absolutely lovely. I like the way that it does the decreases. I really like how it goes. So this is the Trendy Baby by Mary Maxim. Now I do have the hat done. Now what I did,
This is for a little one.
this is for a little one. So what I did was I added texture. So I really liked what I was doing with the scrappy quilt socks. And so it had the right number of stitches, and so I just put it in there.
That's nice, a nice texture.
Yep, it's a wee hat.
Yes.
A wee hat. There we go. So that's
nice.
that one. And so what I wanted to do to go with it was to make a pair of wee socks. And so I'm using, it's Plymouth yarn, it's F193, and it's called Baby Toddler Socks. So I'm doing the baby socks. Same thing, it's the Trendy Baby. And I just have one done.
Oh, that's
So
cute.
I think it's going to be a nice wee set.
Yeah, that's be a nice little set.
Exactly. So one of the babies is being born later on in the year. So if it's a girl, that will work.
That's cute. This will be nice in the winter.
That's
little
what I
baby.
thought.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it is a work in progress, even though the hat's done, but it is a set that needs to happen.
Nice.
Okay, so that's the first one. Now the second one, oh, once again, that's in a project bag. So last year, this is what the Bakery Bears did as their summer of stitching. This is what they did. So
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's got all
Is
different
it
kinds
cross
of fabrics.
stitching at the front?
Cross stitching, yep.
And you did this?
Yes.
And then you sew it into your project bag?
Exactly.
Nice. And it's all lined and everything?
It's a nice big
Nice.
set.
Nice.
So I'm happy with that. So it was fun. And I, as I mentioned last podcast, I do have project bags, and I tend to use plastic bags. So that's over. We're going to try and do this. Now, the first thing that's in this lovely bag is a hat. So once again, it's the one by Heather Turcotte. Now this was a self-striping yarn, and I'll let you hold it. So this is a bit bigger.
Oh, I love this. I love the color of this yarn.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
So this is James C. Brett Driftwood DK. Absolutely love this. And it is 100% acrylic. It's anti-pilling, but it really feels nice. It really feels nice.
That's beautiful yarn. I love the colors in that yarn. It's nice.
So then, and I really like it. And so then I thought, initially I was going to make socks with that, but the pattern is so long. I thought that's not going to work. So I thought, well, okay, forget that. We'll try something else. So I thought I'll make some mittens. This is a free pattern from Tin Can Knits. It's called the World's Simplest Mittens Pattern. And guess what? It is. It is lovely. So same yarn, and I have one mitten done.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
So what I had to do, because I want them to be the same, I had to wind off some yarn. So there's the yarn that I wound off. And see how this thumb is blue? You knit that after. And so I've got the blue saved. So I'm busy working away on that.
That's cute.
So I thought that would be a nice
That'd
wee
be a
set.
nice little set. Yes.
Exactly.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I think that would sell.
Exactly.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. And the yarn is so nice. Like, it's so
Beautiful
soft.
yarn. Beautiful.
Exactly. Like, that would be nice to make something for you.
I was thinking that. I didn't want to say it out loud.
I don't have any to make for her, but I know those are your colors that you like.
Yes.
It would look beautiful on.
I like it.
So those are my works in progress. And May, how about you?
I do have some works in progress. I'm going to try another project.
Okay.
And I'll show you a little bit what it is. I guess I should have had it ready, but I didn't.
It's okay. Here
Now-
she comes.
What this looks like is a piece of pine.
Okay.
I'm allergic to pine, so I'm touching it here, and I'll probably pay for it
Oh,
afterwards. 'cause
dear.
it'll itch
Do
my
you want me
hand.
to hold it? I can hold
No,
it.
no, it's okay.
Okay.
So this is a piece of pine, and I draw my picture on here. Now it just looks like some dolphins drawn on some wood.
Right, exactly.
And so then what happens is, it's called intarsia. And what
Okay.
you should do, you cut all the pieces.
Right.
And then you sand them and shape them.
Right, right.
And it ends up looking like this.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Now, I made this several years ago. I haven't, and I just wanted to try it again.
Right,
Because
right.
I have upgraded my scroll saw.
Right.
And so this was with old equipment.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I had a sander back then. I think I just sanded it by hand.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay.
I've got a sander and I've got some updated equipment. So I
Right,
just want
right.
to see how it would be different.
Right.
Now, what you do with intarsia, this is intarsia here.
Okay.
People sometimes ask and they don't know what that is, and some people do.
That's right.
And you take your wood and you use different colors of wood, like
Okay.
expensive woods.
Oh, okay.
Now, back in the day, I had my little one. Scott was very little then, and I didn't have a lot of money
Right.
for exotic, expensive wood.
Right.
So what I did was I took wood, the pine, and I stained it the
Oh.
darker wood color rather
That's
than
really
having a dark wood. But
Right.
generally in Targia, they use different
woods.
Different
Okay.
woods.
Yeah.
I tend to just stain it, and I'm going to just stick with that.
Okay.
But I might try expensive woods. I don't
Okay.
know, one day. And anyway,
It's really, really nice.
I really like it, and in this book, it's quite a few years old, but there's lots of neat patterns in there. You can do.
Okay.
I've done several in there. I've done the the raccoon and different things in here.
Oh, wow.
There's
Look
all
at them.
kinds of
They're
things
beautiful.
you can use. Yeah,
Little bears are cute too.
there's a little sample of some things in the book that
Right.
you could do.
Oh,
But
really
yeah.
nice.
So I'm looking forward to that, but it is a work in progress, and we'll see how it progresses. And I saw one of these in another, I don't know if it was an Etsy or something, and they had painted their dolphins blue. So I might
Okay.
even try that with a different
Okay.
paint color.
Yeah, yeah.
And then what you have is you take out your pieces, and then you glue them onto a bag,
Back. Okay.
and then you put your hook up there.
Oh, excellent.
So yeah, so be interested to see how I can do that with my new equipment.
Exactly. Now I have a very important question.
Sure.
Why is those dolphins not up on the wall?
Oh, I don't know. They've actually they were all dusty in the garage. I had to dust them off. They're actually up on the fridge in the garage.
Well, they're so nice. You need to put them up.
Okay,
somewhere.
I'll put them up in the garage. I'll make
Or
some
in the
new ones.
house.
I'll make some nice fresh new ones.
Okay, no problem.
They're pretty old. Like
Okay.
the scroll saw that I used was all like rickety.
Oh, no.
And you know, and now that the lady told me about the number 7 blade, and you don't really have to sand I'll do the outside with it.
Right.
I'm gonna have to sand it to shape it.
Right.
But I've got the new scroll saw and some number 7 blades and
right.
have a sander. I'm just kind of interested to see how it will work out.
All right.
But considering the material I had and what
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
and how I made those, I can't believe I made those with what I had.
Wow.
But
You
anyway.
are amazing.
Yes.
All right. So those are our works in progress. And next we're going to talk about our adventure.
Well, we're going to talk about our adventure to Central Ontario, which was lovely. Now, we were passing through Bracebridge, and of course, we have to stop at the yarn store in Bracebridge. We did not stay overnight, so it was a very short trip in Bracebridge. We were on our way further north to our friend's cottage, and we'll share that with you on our next podcast, so be sure to watch that one. Now, Bracebridge was lovely. The weather was beautiful.
Exactly.
The lovely little downtown. The yarn store was Muskoka Yarn Connection.
Very
Loved
nice,
the
yeah.
yarn store. The lady in
Beautiful.
there was lovely. And I think we'll just put that video in just to show you, give you an idea what we're talking about, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, this is mostly what the road looked like on the way up. Really not that eventful, but beautiful green. Everything's green. It hasn't really dried out yet with all the sun. So it's kind of a nice drive, and you can see the yellow line in the middle of the road there. Not a lot of passing, so the road was kind of windy.
Very nice. And the waters, all the little lakes that we saw, it's amazing.
And the further north you go, you see the rocks in the side of the road. And basically that's what the drive was like. Of course, we have to do our Tim Hortons stop. Either we just stop there for lunch, go to the washroom break, it's all about the washroom. And here we have the Muskoka Yarn Connection.
I'm surprised I wasn't kicking my heels up. I was so excited.
I like the little front, what they've done there.
Exactly.
It was kind of cute.
So you can see all around there are kits. And so these are patterns that Michele Meadows, who's the owner, has done. And then they make up kits, which is great if you're shopping, because then you can just say, oh, I'd like to do that. And the kits are right there.
This is Michelle's yarn that she dyes.
That's right. Muskoka Yarn Goddess is the name. And then there's different weights of yarn.
She looks like she'd be a great dyer because there's really
It's
nice
so
colors
pretty.
there. Yes.
Exactly. She had timber yarns as well, which nearly made it into my shopping cart, but there were other things to see. Look at all those socks. Oh my gosh,
I know.
I love making
There's
socks.
such a variety there. I thought, I've got to get this on camera to show Colleen all the variety of socks because you're such a great sock knitter. I like the one up there on the bottom.
With the black and the colors?
Yeah, the black and the color
That's
ones.
beautiful.
Nice. And then very well organized as you see the patterns were below
Exactly.
there. See how bright that store is with all the white shelving? I loved it.
It was great. I could have spent hours and hours in there. I did spend hours in there, but I could have spent more. Look at that. Lovely. And they've got some clothing as well. She's got some sweater patterns. I love that shawl.
I thought you'd like that one. That was kind of cute too.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it with the button on it. That's nice.
And Sandy that was there that we were talking to, she works there part-time. She was so helpful
Exactly.
explaining everything. There's some nice cows I thought you might like.
Everything's displayed really nicely. Everything's labeled so you know what the pattern is. There you go. Lots of neat things there.
Little knickknacks and I don't know where to look at. You
I
can tell
know.
by my camera movement. I don't know where to look next.
I know.
Cutting this one was difficult because I was all over the map, just trying to
know.
get
Oh,
everything.
look at that. Beautiful. And they had special bags that they'd done as well. Those were beautiful too.
Great space for the knitters that come in. I think they have a few knitters from the area that come in and do their knitting. One, she said that they will come in and they have to buy the yarn from there, and then
Right.
other ones will come
Yeah.
in and they bring the yarn and they will help them out. And
Right,
it doesn't matter where they
right.
purchase the yarn from. So that was kind
So
of
that was just some Richard DeVries yarn. And she said Richard's first ever
trunk show.
was
Yeah.
at Muskoka Yarn Connection. Look
And
at the
he was
bags.
actually going to be coming to do a trunk show after we were there, actually.
There we go. Look at those bags.
I know, I love the top of that one that was like a string bag at the
Yeah,
top.
absolutely.
That
I've
was
got to
neat.
look for that pattern at some point in time.
Because that would be neat, the things wouldn't fall out. These are kind
Exactly.
of car blankets, children's wear section,
So many things, so many ideas.
cute little dress.
That's what I like in a yarn store, when you can get ideas just by going there.
Keep calm and carry yarn. That's a
Well,
good
I should be
thing.
calm all the time then.
I thought this little tree of little pieces was cute.
Oh,
Little-
that was cute too. Oh, those are little opal things.
Yeah. Nice colors in there.
Exactly. So many beautiful colors and so many beautiful yarns.
I mean, how do you pick, Colleen? Like, honestly, I wouldn't know where to start in
Well,
there.
you can understand why I have to do 3 or 4 loops all the way around.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. Sandy was so helpful.
And there's her little poster. I looked at that Yarn Goddess, and I really wasn't getting the connection until after I kind of did the video.
Right.
And I thought, oh yeah, that's the yarn that she dyes there. I'm not sure if that was it, one of the ones. I think this was her pattern, that one there.
Lots of things
I
to
just
see.
thought I'd put in some samples that she had up, which were great.
Absolutely.
And there you are with Sandy having
Yeah.
a little Sandy was so helpful. She was great.
Right.
This is a little bit of the downtown after we visited the store. Great little shopping, little shops to go in. And then we thought we better go to the little falls. And that was just there, and it was a big hill down.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't look like that big to start with.
So you go
And
down
then
the
you go
hill,
down.
and guess what you have to do after you go down the hill? You're going to have to go back up. There's the falls.
I thought I'd put the water noise in there. I'll just let you listen to that. I could have stayed there all day. It was so tranquil with that water noise. So great little visit there. Enjoyed my stay passing through. It was worth the stop.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that video. We had a great time. That yarn store was amazing.
It was so bright and lovely. Now you can see it's kind of in an industrial area of the town, and we had it on our GPS. Before I said UPS, but
Yes, you did.
it's the GPS, and we were able to find it okay.
Right.
Now I'm not sure if you didn't have a GPS that you could. I'm not sure about that, but it was kind of in, as you can see from the video, it's kind of in an industrial at the back. If we
That's
hadn't gone through the back, I'm not sure we would have found it.
Right.
But they seemed to do quite well, and it was a cute little display out at the front, as you
That's
saw.
right.
It was great. Nice store, great weather that we had that day.
That's right.
Colleen is still suffering from when she went up that hill to see those falls.
Yes. For a couple days afterwards, I went,
Oh,
oh my
those
goodness.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, nice little pass through on
Exactly.
our Northern Ontario trip.
That's right. And I'm so glad we were able to go to the Muskoka Yarn Connection. So Michele Meadows is the owner, and we spoke to Sandra, who is lovely. Sandy,
Yeah.
one of those two. And she was lovely and kind of gave us an idea. Now, I've been on to the website for the Muskoka Yarn Connection, and they do a lot of kits, and partly because Michele, the owner, designs a whole bunch of things. She's been doing things for 30 years, so she had a lot of samples, and I know there's a lot of kits that you can get. She has different colors. And the other thing is she's started dyeing yarn under the Muskoka Yarn Goddess, and it is a beautiful yarn.
Yeah, I just saw that on the video. But,
Yeah, exactly.
You, if you're in Bracebridge, definitely
I
it's a
would go to
must
that.
stop.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a stop. I think if you're a
Absolutely.
knitter, absolutely.
That's for sure. So that's our adventure, and next we're going to talk about souvenirs. My first souvenir was a kit, and so I decided I wanted, whatever.
Must have.
Yes, must have. Some of the Muskoka Yarn Goddess, and this is called Smush. So it is 50% fine merino, 25% baby alpaca, and 25% mulberry silk.
Alpaca must be soft.
Oh, it's
yes.
soft.
Oh,
And so
yes.
the pattern, the kit that I got, it was for the Millie cowl.
That was my favorite one in the store. I love that.
Exactly. And it's going to be nice. It's just going to be set. So we debated light pink, light blue. So we decided light blue.
I like that.
I do too.
I think it's my color.
I know. So I'm looking forward to trying one of Michele's patterns. I know that on Ravelry there are a ton of them. And so I am going to give one a try, and then we'll see what else I'm going to do. Now, that kind of for me. And then I thought we found this, which is this beautiful acrylic. Oh my goodness.
Oh my, I
So
can't even believe
soft.
this is acrylic.
I know.
Acrylic
It's
usually has this
amazing.
acrylic feel to it.
Exactly.
This feels just as good as this alpaca here.
Exactly. So
Wow.
these are lovely. So we have,
I think this is more my color.
well, you know, what I was thinking was the Bombini cows.
Right.
And so we've
Nice.
got some
Those are
teal
beautiful.
and some of black, and then we've got some of the white.
Not expensive yarn. You really
No.
need to feel this yarn.
I know, it's
beautiful.
brilliant. It would be nice to have a cardigan out of that.
Yeah, and
I
then
don't have enough to make a cardigan, but it would be nice. But this is for work knitting for the booth, so I'm looking forward to doing that. So
Great.
those are my souvenirs. And May, how about you?
I do have souvenirs, but they're at my store. You know, I have a little store, I call it a store, but it's really not a store. It's kind of
It's a
a few
booth.
shelves,
Yeah.
booth. It's like a little booth. And I picked up, when we're on our road trip, we were going to different secondhand stores
Right.
or used again stores, and we picked up some really nice
Yeah.
little gifts.
You
that I
do
could
really
put.
do have a good eye for that stuff.
And I have refurbished them, and then I put them in my store.
Yeah.
And we'll see how they sell. But I wanted to get them in there quick because of the season and different
Exactly.
things. And sorry, I don't have them to show you. So,
But that's okay.
but yeah, so I did get some souvenirs. I have to
Yes.
admit. Yeah.
Yes. You have to admit.
Yeah, I have to admit.
I always have to admit. But I don't mind.
I just did it out so you wouldn't feel bad.
Oh, good. Thank you. So thanks so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up, comment down below,
Ring that bell.
ring that bell so you get a notification, and subscribe because we really do enjoy doing this for you. So until next time,
You take care.